Okay guys, we're gonna try to factor these expressions. So first of all, we're gonna observe. We got a difference, a subtraction between two expressions. Okay, is it different between 2 squared? No, this is a4, this is uh, is it a difference between 2 cube value? So what we see here, we can say uh, by observation, we can say this is like 5 to the power of 3, right? We note also this is like 2 to the power of 3. But I got a here and I got a 4. So I'm trying to find out, is there any way to have these, this formula with, where I have a difference, example, a cube minus b cube. That's what I'm, excuse me, minus, hold on, minus b cube. Okay, but so far I'm missing some point. Why I'm trying to put it this way, because I know if I have a cube minus b cube, because I know these can be factorized like this one. If I have to put it in factor, I know it can be written like a minus b factor a squared plus ab plus ab plus b squared. So I know this formula. That's why I'm trying to find a way. What can I do? So is what I'm gonna do. Let me try to put this a in factor. What I'm gonna end up, I would have a factor, and I have here 125 only. That's a cube. And I have here a to the power of what? A cube. There you go. I have a difference between 2 cube, because this is a cube. This is a cube too. This is like 2a to the power of 3, right? And this is like 5 to the power of 3. Since I have the difference between 2 cube, I can use this formula. So I'm going to have a time. So I'm going to just use this one. They told me it's a minus b, so it's going to be 5 minus what? Minus 2a. Okay. And then what else? Minus 2a. Factor of what? Factor the a to the power of a squared, which means it's going to be 5 squared plus what? Plus ab is going to be 5 times, excuse me, this is 5 times 2a, right? 5 times 2a. And then please b squared plus b squared, which means it's going to be 2a squared. Okay, so if I have to do my reduction, it's going to be this one, a factor 5 minus 2a, right? And then here I'm going to have 25 plus 10a, and then here I'm going to have plus 4a squared. There you go. So most of the time is just to use your observations and try to find, what formula you can use. And I'm done, because the idea is to factor this expression. So there you go. Okay, let's do another one. Here's another expression that need to be factorized. So what you're gonna do is the same thing. I just have the feeling that can be that can be raised to the power of 2. In fact, this is 5y m to the power of 2. Okay, this can be squared. Okay, what about this one? Minus. What about this one? This is like xn to the power of 2, right? And then 2xn, so which means this can be like x to the power of n, right, minus 1 to the power of 2. There you go. I have like a squared minus b squared. When you have that, you just put it simple, a plus b factor a minus b. That's what I'm gonna do. It's easy. So I'm gonna have a plus b. So basically this gonna give me like a plus b is gonna be 5 y to the power of m plus b. Okay, it's gonna be plus x to the power of n minus 1. That's my a plus b. What about a minus b? It's gonna be 5 y to the power of m minus b is gonna be minus this value, which means I'm gonna have minus x n minus minus a minus 1 is that's gonna give me plus 1. There it is. There it is. I got my factorizations. Let's do a last one. Okay, guys, here's the last one. It's kind of tough, so we need to do factorizations. What we're gonna do is kind of tough, but the idea you really need intuition. So I just figure out here I have 2 to the power of x, 2 times x to the power of 5, right? And I see 2x here. I'm just thinking I got power 2, power 1, I got power 5, power 6, power 5. So I'm just thinking there should be a way, you know. I'm just thinking there should be a way to work this. Okay? So what I did, effectively what I did, I say this can be like, if I put like x to the power of 5, okay, that's factor, right? Factor, right? It's gonna be x to the power of 5 is gonna be factor x minus 2. That's what I got here. But what about this one? This one, I understand the way it is. So I already went this one. What about this one? This one is like, you know, it's like if you want to write it in another way, it's gonna be like minus, you see, minus x to the power of 2 minus 2x. That's another way to write it, which means I can put what I call so I'm gonna have a minus here, and then I'm gonna have x, right, and I'm gonna have x minus 2. So I'm done with this part. So I only have this part, say x to the power of 4 minus 1. Okay, this one and this one, because I already worked those. Okay, I hope you understand what I did here. I just write it in different way in parentheses, and I put the x and factor. So I find the factor x minus 2. So I can put like here, I can put like x minus 2. I put it the factor, so I will have like what? I would have here like x to the power of 5, right, minus x. Okay, plus what? Plus x 4 minus 1. So there you go. It's become easy. What I can do, I can just put it like that. I can put x in factor right here. So this is gonna give me x minus 2. So it's gonna be x factor what? Factor x to the power of 4 minus 1, and then plus, right, x to the power of 4 minus 1. Which mean what? Which mean I can have this like common factor. So I'm talking about x to the power of 4. So I'm gonna have x to the power of 4 minus 1 factor by dividing here. I would have what? I would have x minus 2, x minus 2 plus what? Plus 1. And finally, I can say it's okay, sorry. Well, so finally I can say this is x to the power of 4 minus 1 factor x factor x minus 1. So basically I'm not done here because this can be like if you want in terms of simplification. It depends of if I need to factor this one, I can put like basically simplification is gonna be if I want to do this one in terms of factor, I'm not done. I need to write it like that. So this is gonna be like this is different between two squared. So it's gonna be x plus 1, right? It's gonna be like that time x squared minus 1 and then x minus 1, and to finish it should be like that, x squared plus 1, and then this is gonna be x minus 1, x minus 1, and finally x minus 1. That's my final result, because the idea is to do a factorizations. So that's the way it is. So like as you can see, a factorization sometimes those are complex, but they're just asking that you get some kind of intuitions. You try something common factor, you try to relate to formula that you already knew. That's the way to do it. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful and give you some experience when it's come to factorization. See you next. Take care and remember to subscribe. There is a red button below.